Hi, I'm Josh Pritchard, and I'm going to show you a snapshot of one of our features. This is the data collection system that we created to support the curricular and assessment tools that utilize generative and relational learning. Uh, the example I'm going to use today, I'm pulling off of my shelf of my peak curriculum that I purchased from Mark Dixon's group, and so I've created our program allows you to put any assessment and curricular tools in. So we've you could, if you buy a curriculum, you can type it in, and this will aid you in the data collection. And we have a specific module that's for the relational data collection that we'll see. So today we're going to implement. I'm going to add a new program just to show you how to do a goal. So we'll do textual behavior as our short term. I'm just typing in kind of random things in my demo, and we will be responsible, not the client. Submit that, and then in there we can add a short goal, textual. Put this in again. We always want us submit. And then once you're into the short, so if you've used medical funders, this is, you'll see where we'll need to then allocate targets. Now I've created this assessment that I typed in that's called equivalence. In this case, it's the peak equivalence is what I pulled in. So I built it to match, as if you look at the modules you buy that Mark has, they're broken down into the different relations. And then what we're going to do right now is the, let's see, 9. Let's look at, where did that go? There we go, copying text. So it's a transitivity. We're gonna go ahead. All you want to, if you've got your built-in like this, you add it. It is in. So we've got some that are preloaded, like VBMap. We've worked with Dr. Sundberg and all, where we offer that preloaded. And there are others that if you have the material, you can enter it yourself. So again, this would be where I just took the samples and then I typed in here. And I didn't add a video link, but there is a video link here. So we can just use basically the baseline and what's already in there. Boom, create. Now it is allocated successfully. Excuse me. We're going to go to sessions. Make sure that it is in, okay, the morning session works, and now we will run a session. Let's begin. It gives you what you might need. You can add more there if you want. So this is what it would look like. I was already playing around and started, so we'll resume. But you have your programs that are listed here. If we wanted to do this transitivity, copying text, the way that the equivalence, if you're familiar with Peak, for instance, has got the multiple classes that, and this is also on a mobile device that you could swipe left or right. So you can flip between classes. So sometimes it may be that you want to do a full block, and so we have the blocks here. So let's say we, give ball, can I touch it, and we score them on each of their things, and then you can switch to a different class while you're doing it. Now in a relational world, you need to train, but then you need to test if the relations are holding. So here we have the where it flips between the two. So this time we would, say light, do they write light? How they get that right? And this is the test condition. And now here we would be able to go back. So we can go between any of the classes or any of the relations. So you can switch between the relations. So, and you'll notice as we're doing this that they are filling in various places down here. Again, you go to class and flip that. And then back. And this gives you all of them. And they're getting tests on each class. And that is how we do it. And if you've noticed, this would then give you the score that you'd be able to. Now let's say you forgot, let's see if I remember. Oops, that's your toilet. if you've forgotten how to do it, there we go. Over on the right hand side, you can watch the video that is modeling it. So I pulled this from the peak. Or you can read the instructions. So if anybody's forgetting anything, this could help, but it's also not necessarily unless they need it. And then you can flip between the various targets in this goal. And then if we had other goals, we'd be flipping to the goals. So this is a sample of how we are able to create a way to track not only the various classes within, but also the relations that are taught within, and a train versus test. So we're able to get all of those, which allows for much, in my opinion, much cooler analyses within a target level or class or entire relation level. So, and that is the snapshot feature of today. If you're using Peak, I believe this would be a great tool. I see a lot of questions in social media of how to work around certain data systems structure. We created the relational module. In this case, I've loaded up with from my Peak curriculum that I bought, and that allows for the blocks if you like to do blocks. It also gives you the flexibility if you don't want to do a certain block, you can flip between classes. Depending on where you might be in the workflow or problem solving if learning's not happening. And so I'm really excited about this feature. It was one of the first ones that I got started on. It was tricky to create, to get it where it's easy to use, because we really want the user to be able to just see and know what counts and how to score it, and not have to be flipping through a binder full of instructions. So hopefully if you're using Peak or any other kind of relational where you need a trained test, this would be a really good tool for you. Thanks.